What's going down, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Holmes Hobbies Motor Control. It's your boy Josh, aka Coleman, and we're in the studio chilling like usual. It's a hot day outside today. I was actually going to go out and get some running footage of one of my Holmes Hobby setups just so we could talk about that, but I had a box show up, so change of plans. You guys see the little logo down there? Yeah? Whoop, whoop. So, because that showed up, shout out to Holmes Hobbies for coming through in the clutch. You guys already know Axial Fest is around the corner, and I'm trying to get prepped for that. So this has to do with that. However, I got some things in here today that I've never really talked about on Holmes Hobbies Motor Control. Now, it's going to be a short episode because there's not really a whole lot to talk about, but these are some really, really useful items. When I say useful, I mean extremely useful. It just makes things easier. It makes everything plug and play, and it's just, yeah, it's really simple. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. So, you guys are all, for the most part, familiar with a Castle 10 amp BEC, I would imagine, at this point. If you're not, you guys just Google it. You can do a little research. You can figure out what this bad boy does. Basically, it's a battery eliminating circuit, and it helps you maintain power to high voltage things such as, you know, powerful servos and stuff like that, right? So, and you can adjust the power. So it's pretty much mandatory in most scale builds. You're going to want to run one of these, right? Now this right here is the diagram for that. Most of you guys are familiar with this as well, right? How you hook up your BEC. Obviously, you solder in your wires right here to your battery lead, then you plug it into your receiver, and then you basically, now this is the key part here, right? You see where your ESC now plugs into your receiver. There's this little wire that they have shown unplugged, right? And that's your power wire from your ESC to your receiver. You still run the ground and you still run the signal, but you pull the power wire, right? Well, that's what most of us are used to doing, okay? Well, these make it so you don't have to do that anymore. This right here is an RX bypass adapter from Holmes Hobbies. Now, let me make sure I get the whole thing in there. And it's essentially a Y harness, yes, but it's not just a Y harness, okay? There's a little bit more to it than that. And what this will do is basically allow you to, instead of having to, let me pull this little diagram back up here. Now, instead of having to plug the BEC directly into the receiver and then pull the power wire out on your ESC, what you would do is you would leave that power wire plugged in, right? And you don't pull that out, and you take that whole plug and you plug that into this. And then you plug the whole BEC plug into this, and then you plug this into your receiver. So essentially you plug your BEC and your ESC, say that a bunch of times. You plug your BEC and your ESC into this bypass adapter, then you plug the bypass adapter into your receiver. And this does the job for you, so you don't have to unplug anything. Now this is where it gets cool, okay? Some of us scale builder guys like to have extra auxiliary ports and channels and things like that. So for you guys that are like me, you can get this one right here, which does the exact same thing, but it includes an auxiliary port. So now you can have an extra auxiliary port. Now that is what I'm talking about. Extremely useful, especially, you know, like I said, for guys like me, scale builder guys that like to have as many cool little features on their truck as they can, whether it's smoke units, sound units, different types of lighting, extra servos to, you know, automate things, right? Man, I can't even think of words today. Well, anyways, here's a real simple diagram. So you see when you get it, you know how to plug it in. It's really simple. And yeah, it's just, like I said, you guys, it's really not a lot to talk about with these. It's really self-explanatory, but I highly recommend getting a handful of these, not just one or two. Get a few of them. Keep them on deck. That's what I like to do because you never know when you're going to need one, right? Maybe you're going to run multiple BECs. You're doing some crazy build, right? Or maybe, you know, you just need that extra auxiliary output. You know, these come in handy for that. And something a lot of people don't realize is Holmes Hobbies also sells these BECs. So you can get all these together as a package from Holmes Hobbies and kind of kill two birds, one stone, maybe three birds, one stone, and yeah, do it for cheap. These really aren't that expensive at all. So anyways, you guys, short episode today, really not a lot to talk about with that. I'm going to go ahead and keep getting organized here. I got all kinds of stuff going on, and I will be seeing you guys probably tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're going to drop another video tomorrow. So anyways, you know what it is. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys are enjoying this summer weather that we're having finally. And if you're not getting summer weather, I'm sorry, that sucks. It's super nice here, like 90-something degrees. And yeah, I'm going to get back to it. You know what it is. Peace and chicken grease. Yeah. Thank you guys.